गुड मॉर्निंग फ्रेंड्स. नमस्कार. आपणा सर्वांचं बायोबस्टर चॅनलमध्ये स्वागत आहे. मागच्या वेळेला आपण चॅप्टर नंबर 6 बायोमॉलिक्यूल सुरू केलेला आहे. आज आपण न्यूक्लिक ॲसिड्स या संदर्भामध्ये डिस्कशन करणार आहोत. न्यूक्लिक ॲसिड्स these were discovered by Friedrich Miescher in the 1869 and isolated these nucleic acids from pus cells. Fulgen in the year 1924 showed that chromosomes containing DNA. Firstly, Friedrich Miescher discovered and isolated the nucleic acids from pus cells, and then afterwards Fulgen in the year 1924 showed that chromosomes contain DNA. DNA is nucleic acid, we know. He established that nucleic acids contain two pyrimidine bases, cytosine and thymine, and two purine bases, adenine and guanine. Wilkins and his co-workers showed that purine and pyrimidine bases, these are placed regularly along the DNA molecule at the distance of 3.4 angstrom units. Nucleic acids were discovered by Friedrich Miescher in the year 1869. This question can be asked in the examination. Fulgen showed that chromosomes contain DNA. He established that nucleic acids contain two types of bases, pyrimidine bases like cytosine and thymine, purine bases that is adenine and guanine. Wilkins and his co-workers showed that purine and pyrimidine bases, these are placed regularly on the DNA at the distance of 3.4 angstrom units. Nucleic acids are among the largest of all the molecules found in the living cells. These are polynucleotides. These are the macromolecules. These are the largest molecules of all the molecules found in the living cells. By 1938, it became evident that nucleic acids in this year 1938, it was become evident that nucleic acids are of two types: deoxyribose nucleic acid, that is the DNA; ribose nucleic acid, that is RNA. DNA is the hereditary material in most of the organisms. In most of the organisms, DNA is the hereditary material, but there are some organisms where RNA is the hereditary material. Then firstly we shall start with the DNA or deoxyribose nucleic acid. Here, as per the composition, chemical composition of this DNA is composed of sugar molecules, 5 carbon sugar. This is a 5 carbon pentose sugar or deoxyribose sugar, phosphoric acid or the phosphate, and nitrogenous bases. These are the three important components of this DNA: sugar molecules, pentose sugar or the deoxyribose sugar, phosphoric acid or the phosphate, and nitrogenous bases. Here, pyrimidine bases are single ring, monocyclic. Pyrimidine bases, these are made up of single ring. You can see here, these are the pyrimidine bases. These pyrimidine bases are cytosine and thymine in DNA, and uracil is present in RNA. Pyrimidine bases are these are monocyclic or single ring compounds, and examples are cytosine and thymine. While purine bases are double ring or dicyclic. These are dicyclic compounds, and examples are adenine and guanine. Examples of pyrimidines are cytosine and thymine in DNA. Uracil is present in RNA. Erwin Chargaff estimated the relative amount of all the bases or 4 types of bases in the DNA. He observed that pyrimidine and purine bases are equal in number. We are going to see afterwards in detail why they are equal in number. Pyrimidine and purine bases, these are equal in number. They also observed that A plus T to G plus C may vary in DNA of different organisms. In the different organisms, this ratio differs, but this ratio is constant in a particular species. Although A plus T to G plus C, this ratio, it varies from different organisms, varies in different organisms, but this ratio is constant for a particular species. This is the chemical composition of DNA. Then we shall see the structure of DNA. DNA is a very long chain made up of alternate sugar and phosphate groups. Here, firstly we shall see there are two strands of DNA, one strand and another strand. These two strands are helically twisted around an imaginary axis. Here, two strands of DNA, these are helically twisted around an imaginary axis. DNA is a very long molecule made up of alternate sugar and phosphate groups. Here this is a phosphate group, this is a sugar. These are alternating with each other. Deoxyribose sugar joined to phosphate makes the regular chain, repeating the same phosphate sugar sequence. Here sugar, phosphate, sugar, sugar, phosphate, sugar, phosphate, sugar. In this way, each sugar of sugar phosphate chain has nitrogenous base attached to it. You can see here. Guanine is a nitrogenous base. To this nitrogenous base, this sugar molecule is attached. Deoxyribose sugar is attached. Each sugar of sugar phosphate chain has a nitrogenous base attached to it, and it forms a nucleoside. You see the definition of nitrogenous base plus sugar. This is called as a nucleoside. Nitrogenous base here, nitrogenous base plus sugar, it forms a nucleoside. Means this nitrogenous base and this sugar, this is called as a nucleoside. When phosphate is attached to this, there is formation of a nucleotide. Each sugar phosphate chain has nitrogenous base attached to it, which forms a nucleoside. Means nitrogenous base plus sugar, this is a nucleoside. Nitrogenous base plus sugar plus phosphate, this is a nucleotide. Here you can see that nucleotide, nitrogenous base plus sugar plus phosphate together called as a nucleoside. While nitrogenous base plus sugar, it forms a nucleoside. It has no phosphate group. Then four types of nucleosides are found in the DNA. There are four nitrogenous bases, there are four types of nucleosides. These are found in the DNA. In a nucleoside, nitrogenous base is attached to the first carbon atom. Here, in this case, you can see that nitrogenous base, this is attached to the first carbon atom of the sugar, C1, and phosphate group, it is attached to the fifth carbon. Here you can see this phosphate group is attached to the fifth carbon. This is a first carbon, this is the fifth carbon. Nitrogenous base to the first carbon and phosphate to the fifth carbon. A single strand of DNA consists of several thousand of nucleotides, one above the other. You can see single strand. In this strand you can see that here this is a nucleotide. Nitrogenous base plus sugar plus phosphate. This region is called as a nucleotide. Such nucleotides are placed one above the other in a DNA strand. The phosphate group of the lower nucleotide attached with the fifth carbon atom of the deoxyribose sugar and forms a phosphodiester bond. It forms a phosphodiester bond. Here you can see that phosphate group, this phosphate group of the lower nucleotide attached with the fifth carbon atom of the sugar, and there is formation of a phosphodiester bond. This is a phosphodiester bond. This is a phosphodiester bond. And that of the third carbon atom of the deoxyribose sugar of nucleotide placed just above the 8. In this way, these nucleotides are placed one above the other, or such thousands of nucleotides are present in a DNA strand. Then you can see single chain of polynucleotides of DNA molecule consists of one end with sugar molecule which are not connected to other nucleotide. It has one end, this is called as a C3 carbon, not connected with the phosphate group is called as 3' end. Similarly, other end having carbon 5 of the sugar is not connected with any other phosphate group, which is called as a 5' end. This is a 3' end. This is a 5' end. You can see this is a 5' end and this is a 5' end. A single polynucleotide chain of DNA, it is helical in shape. You can see there is formation of a helix. In this way you can see that in a DNA molecule there are two strands. These are anti-parallel. Anti-parallel means suppose this is a 3', this is a 5', this is a 3', this is a 5', and this is a 3'. This is one in one direction, other is in opposite direction. This is called as anti-parallel arrangement. Two strands are anti-parallel. Here you can see these are the nitrogenous bases: guanine, adenine, cytosine, thymine. To this nitrogenous base, sugar is attached, forming a nucleoside. Then phosphate is attached. There is formation of a nucleotide. Such nucleotides are placed one above the other. Then here you can see that two helical polynucleotide chains. You can see these are the two chains. These are the two polynucleotide chains complementary to each other in the DNA molecule. We shall see the complementary means adenine pairs with the thymine, guanine always pairs with the cytosine. Adenine pairs with the thymine by 2 hydrogen bonds and guanine pairs with the cytosine by 3 hydrogen bonds. Here you can see that adenine pairs with the thymine by 2 hydrogen bonds and guanine pairs with the cytosine by 3 hydrogen bonds. Here in this way, two strands are helically twisted around an imaginary axis. Each strand consists of a polynucleotide chain. These nucleotides are attached to each other in each strand. Now we shall proceed towards the DNA model. According to Watson and Crick in the year 1953, DNA molecule consists of two strands twisted around an imaginary axis. These are the two strands. These three strands are helically twisted around an imaginary axis. There is formation of a double helix. Here there are two strands, that's why there is a double helix. They are in opposite direction. Here one is in the upward direction, another is in the downward direction. This situation is known as anti-parallel. Here you can see that they are in opposite direction. So one end of chain having 3' lies beside the 5' end. Here there is a 3', here there is a 5'. Here there is a 5', here there is a 3'. These are anti-parallel. One turn of double helix of DNA measures about 34 angstrom units. Here you can see from this to this, one turn is completed. Here one turn is completed, and this one turn is it measures about 34 angstrom units, that is 3.4 nanometers. There are 10 nucleotides per turn. Here in this case there are 10 nucleotides, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Within this there are 10 nucleotides. Distance between the neighboring pair nucleotides is 3.4 angstrom units. Means 34 angstrom units, there are 10 pairs. That's why the distance, or each pair occupies the distance of 3.4 angstrom units. The diameter of DNA molecule is 20 angstrom units. You can see here, this diameter, it is 20 angstrom units. Diameter of DNA is 20 angstrom units. There are certain organisms like bacteriophages, CYX174 and several bacterial viruses have single-stranded DNA. Mostly DNA is double-stranded. Then you see, once again, DNA model. This DNA model was proposed by Watson and Crick in the year 1953. This consists of two strands twisted around each other in the form of a double helix. They are in opposite direction, having 3' end beside the 5' end of the other. One turn of DNA double helix measures about 34 angstrom units distance. There are 10 nucleotide pairs. Each pair occupies the distance of 3.4 angstrom units. The diameter of DNA is 20 angstrom units. There are certain organisms like CX174 and bacterial viruses have single-stranded DNA. Then we shall proceed towards the another nucleic acid. There are two types of nucleic acids, deoxyribose nucleic acid and ribose nucleic acid. We have discussed the DNA or deoxyribose nucleic acid. Now we shall proceed toward the ribose nucleic acid. RNA is another nucleic acid found in living organisms. In certain organisms like, where does it occur? It is present in tobacco mosaic virus. Some viruses, RNA is the genetic material. In tobacco mosaic viruses and other viruses, RNA is the genetic material. Our COVID-19 or coronavirus, it contains RNA as a genetic material. RNA consists of single strand of polynucleotide chain. Here DNA was double stranded, but it is a single stranded. RNA consists of a single strand of polynucleotide chain. Polynucleotide means there are many nucleotides are present. Double stranded RNA is present in the retrovirus and wound tumor virus. In these two organisms, retrovirus and wound tumor virus, this RNA is double stranded. Nucleotide of RNA has ribose sugar instead of deoxyribose. In the DNA, deoxyribose sugar is present, while in case of this RNA, ribose sugar is present. Uracil is present instead of thymine. In case of DNA, adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine, these nitrogenous bases are present. While in case of RNA, instead of thymine, there is uracil. Here, thymine is not present, but uracil is present. Purine and pyrimidine equality is not found. Purines are not equal to pyrimidine in case of this RNA because there is no pairing of all the nitrogenous bases. RNA strand is usually folded upon itself in certain regions or entirely giving the stability. You can see that. Here it is folded in this region. Here there is a pairing of nitrogenous bases. But here these are unpaired. Means this strand of RNA, it is folded upon itself in some regions, and because of this there is a stability to the molecule. Most of the RNA polynucleotide chains start either with adenine or guanine. Here there may be adenine or guanine. Then RNA is the another nucleic acid. In certain organisms like tobacco mosaic virus and other viruses, RNA is the genetic material. RNA consists of single strand of polynucleotide chain. Double-stranded RNA, it is present in the retrovirus and wound tumor virus. Nucleotide of RNA has ribose sugar instead of deoxyribose. In DNA, deoxyribose sugar is present. In RNA, ribose sugar is present. Uracil is present in case of this RNA instead of thymine. In the DNA, thymine is present. Instead of this thymine, here uracil is present. Purine and pyrimidine equality is not found because all the nitrogenous bases are not paired. That's why purines are not equal to the pyrimidines in case of this RNA. RNA strand is usually folded upon itself. This RNA strand, it is folded upon itself. In these regions, the nitrogenous bases are paired, and because of this, there is a stability to the molecule. RNA strand is here, most of the RNA polynucleotide chain starts either with adenine or guanine. This chain starts either with adenine or guanine. Here you can see that ribonucleotide. Here adenine nitrogenous base is present. Here there is a phosphate. In this way, there is formation of a ribonucleotide. This is the uracil. This is the adenine. This is the cytosine. So in this way, there is formation of a single chain of nucleotides. Then types of RNA. There are three types of RNA: mRNA, rRNA, and tRNA. mRNA, you can see. mRNA means messenger RNA. mRNA or messenger RNA is a linear molecule. You can see this is a linear molecule. It is 3% of cellular RNA. RNA which is present in the cell, out of this 3% is mRNA or messenger RNA. Its molecular weight is several million. Molecular weight of this mRNA, it is several million. Size of mRNA is related to the size of message it contains. Here, depending upon the message, the length of this mRNA depends. If the message is larger, message is more, length is more. Size of mRNA is related to the size of message. Synthesis of mRNA begins at 5' end of DNA strand and terminates at 3' end. This RNA is formed from DNA and its synthesis starts at 5' end and ends at 3' end. Functions. mRNA carries the genetic information for arranging amino acids in definite sequence during the synthesis of proteins. Here you can see that this mRNA, it contains such a codons, group of 3 nucleotides. This is called as a codon. Such a codons are present. Group of 3 nucleotides, these are called as codons. Here at this place one amino acid is attached, another amino acid is attached, third amino acid is attached at the time of protein synthesis. So mRNA carries the information for arranging the amino acids in a definite sequence. The sequence of amino acids which will be attached here depend upon the sequence of nucleotides present on this mRNA. 3 types of RNAs: mRNA, rRNA and tRNA. mRNA is the messenger RNA. It is 3% of total mRNA. Molecular weight is several million. Size of mRNA is related to the size of message it contains. If the message is larger, length of mRNA is more. Synthesis of mRNA begins with the 3' end of DNA, ends at 5. Synthesis begins at 5' end and ends at 3' end. mRNA functions. mRNA carries the genetic information for arranging the amino acids in definite sequence during the synthesis of proteins. Here you can see the amino acids are joined at this place, and this sequence, it is determined by sequence of nucleotides present on this mRNA. Another type of RNA, this is called as rRNA or ribosomal RNA. It is a linear molecule which is folded upon itself. You can see here, this is a linear molecule. This linear molecule, it is folded upon itself. It is folded, you can see. In the folded region, you can see there is a hydrogen pairing. RNA is 80 to 90% of the total RNA. The quantity of this rRNA is more as compared to mRNA. rRNA was discovered by Kurland in the year 1960. It gets coiled here and due to the interchain complementary base pairing. Here you can see that this is folded here and there is formation of hydrogen bonds and interchain complementary base pairing. Complementary base pairing means adenine pairs with the uracil, guanine pairs with the cytosine. This is a complementary pairing. Here there is a complementary pairing of these nucleotides. This is the rRNA. The last type of RNA, this is called as a tRNA or transfer RNA. Transfer RNA molecules are much smaller. This is the smallest RNA. This is made up of 70 to 80 nucleotides only. There are hundreds of nucleotides in other RNA, while in case of tRNA, there are only 70 to 80 nucleotides. It is like hairpin or clover leaf model. This is the hairpin model. You can see that this strand is folded like this. In some part there is a pairing, pairing of nitrogenous bases or the nucleotides. The structure of tRNA, clover leaf model, this is called as a clover leaf model. This was given by Holly in the year 1965. This specific amino acid is attached at the 3' end in the acceptor stem of clover leaf model. At this place, this amino acid is attached. This is a 3' end, amino acid attachment site. Here, this tRNA transfers these amino acids to the site of protein synthesis. Specific amino acid is attached at the 3' end in the acceptor stem of chlorolipid model at this place. Each tRNA can pick up particular amino acid. Each tRNA can pick up particular amino acid. There are 20 types of naturally occurring amino acids. There are many types of tRNA molecules. Each tRNA can pick up a particular amino acid. There are 4 parts of this tRNA. Here there are 4 parts. We shall see. DHUR. This is a DHUR. This is dihydrouracil loop. Dihydrouracil loop, or this is called as amino acid recognition site. Another is amino acid binding site. This is amino acid binding site. Anticodon loop. Here you can see this is the anticodon loop. Or this is a codon recognition site. 3 unpaired bases. You can see these are 3 unpaired bases. Unpaired nucleotides are present. This is called as anticodon. This anticodon is paired with the codon of mRNA during protein synthesis. We are going to see the details of it later. Anticodon loop. There are 3 unpaired bases. These are present which pair with the codon present in mRNA. This is called as anticodon. Ribosome recognition site. Ribosome recognition site. These are the different parts of this tRNA. tRNA, it is the transfer RNA. It is the smallest RNA. It contains 70 to 80 nucleotides. It is like a hairpin or chlorolipid in structure or chlorolipid-like shape. Structure of tRNA. Chlorolipid model was suggested by Holy in the year 1965. Specific amino acid is attached at the 3' end in the acceptor R. Here you can see dihydroxyuracil loop, or this is called as amino acid recognition site, amino acid binding site, anticodon loop. This is the anticodon loop. There are 3 unpaired bases. This is called as a anticodon. This is the structure of this tRNA. Just now we have seen the different types of RNAs. We have seen the structure of DNA, structure of RNA, types of RNA, and the functions of these different types of RNA. Thank you. आपणास हा जर व्हिडिओ आवडला असेल तर कृपया लाईक करा, शेअर करा आणि सबस्क्राईब करा. धन्यवाद.